Think this is your time.
What's up, you guys? I am Celeste. I'm the CEO of Celestial Bodiez, and I am standing here with our very special guest, Amanda. I'll let her say her last name. Alfieri. She is the Celestial Bodiez Black Friday contest winner. So rewind to Black Friday. We did a 24-hour sale where everyone that purchased anything from the site and used the Black Friday code were entered into a contest to win the grand prize. And what we did was we went through and selected 10 finalists completely random on Instagram because they had to use a certain hashtag. And once we got our 10 finalists, we put them on the website and we created a poll, and then it was their job to get all of their followers, friends, family, fans to go on there and vote for them to win the grand prize. How did you manage to win? Like, what was your strategy?
I kept on basically pimping myself out on Instagram. I was posting every day, asking people to follow me. I was asking different Instagram users who feature girls to feature me, and then I would get new followers and then ask them to go.
She did a great job, and what I loved about, the whole concept of it was to bring attention to people that don't necessarily know about our brand or our website, and so all the girls posting, hey, vote for me, brought new followers, new people to our site, and she did an amazing job. She won by it was between her and another girl, but it was very close. But after her and her, they were neck and neck, but then it was a landslide. The other girls weren't even close, so super proud of her. And I love it because she already would post so much for Celestial Bodiez. She posts a lot of training videos and the pants, and she looks awesome. So I was really happy for someone who truly loves the brand to win. So she got to fly down to Boca, and she got in last night. We picked her up. Actually, PJ picked her up in the Ferrari.
That's amazing.
He always he loves the Ferrari so much. He really wanted to make sure that she got the full experience. So we went to dinner actually at Santos, and both of us had to show some self-control.
Definitely.
Because Santos, we've talked about it before, is our favorite place. It's a modern buffet, and it has the best sushi and desserts. We didn't eat any dessert, and we didn't stuff ourselves, so that's tonight actually. So then we went to bed and we woke up today. PJ actually woke her up. She was actually already up. Took her to the warehouse and let her pick out any supplements that she wanted from Blackstone Labs and Prime Nutrition. And he told me that you had already had some Prime Nutrition stuff.
Nutrition, yeah.
She's all about it. I love it.
So Blackstone Labs actually has become pretty dominant in this complex. We started in Unit 16. There's no one that's really going to be here today. This is my office right here. This is where Aaron and I do everything. Very clean, as you can see. This is the first company, of course. This is the Blackstone Labs side. We're actually moving into a new facility by February, thank God, because we can't even fit in here anymore. This was the company that started direct to consumer, which is something I am a very big advocate of. This is really funny. So this started out as Amazon and also eBay, and eventually it's turned into a bunch of different things. But along the way, Matt Rossi, who's in charge in here, decided to launch Rossi's Snack Racket, and so the guys would always leave and go to the gas stations and things like that, or go grab stuff for lunch or snacks or energy drinks, whatever. And he decided to use extra money that he was making on Amazon that was left over and start stocking up stuff and just selling it to the guys here. So he has a credit card reader, and they sell all the stuff that the guys want. We've got Gatorades, Pedialyte, Monsters, all the different flavors of sodas and stuff like that. We've got all the snacks that the guys eat, and then here's all the prices for everything. I actually have a running account. I'm the only one who's allowed to have an account. Up here, this is really cool. Something that a lot of companies would not even think to do. We have a call center, an expert call center. So you can actually call in between the hours of, I believe it's 9 to 6 or 10 to 6, and learn from an expert about how to take the products the right way, how to incorporate them in with your training and your diet and stuff like that. They can actually call out, which they do. They can live chat you. So if somebody's on my website, looking at angel dust, he can say, oh, I noticed that you're looking at dust. Let me tell you about how to use it the right way and like why you would use it and things like that. And basically the way that I see it is that as long as we are not losing money, we can take on as many of these guys as possible. So if we hire another guy and it works out where at the end of the month, we're only making $10, that's okay. That guy now has a job and he's providing sales and we're not losing anything. Maybe we only made $5 off of him, but we are providing jobs and growth and expanding this department, and nobody is only making $5. So it's worked out very good. This is the IT department. These guys are all friends. It all started with this gentleman who you may meet today, David. David and his partner Thomas were working for a company called Sticky Webs, and they had designed one of our websites, and they were doing tons of work for us. And so they basically came to my house to meet with Aaron and I and made us a proposition of like what they would do for us if we could hire them full time. And I was amazed to see that Sticky Webs was only paying them like $11 an hour. And I was like, damn, you guys are geniuses. You only get $11 an hour. I'm like, I'll hire you on the spot. Yeah. And so we took them in. They were happy because they were getting much better pay. And they both progressed into different roles. One of them, unfortunately, had to get fired. He just totally lost his mind. I tried to help him. I thought maybe he was using drugs or something, and I told him to please come clean with me. I was like, if you're using drugs, I'll help you, but you're acting crazy and you're scaring people. And he was sleeping here all the time for no reason. And eventually, unfortunately, he did enough things where I had to let him go. I loved him actually, but David, on the other hand, has excelled so much that as well as being the head of the IT department, he also became the head of marketing. So he controls all the ads that go in the magazines, designs them. He brought on his buddy Grant, who designs all the labels, and then they brought on Eric and Mike that do all kinds of different, graphic art and video work. Eric's story is pretty unique. This is Chris Evangelista, who's the head of all my sales reps. He came from GAT, very, very experienced, very smart guy. We're all young guys, but what's really funny is, so Eric actually started in the call center, and I think I told you a little bit about the story. Is I had to fire. Oh, yeah. Well, actually, he quit before I could fire him, and Eric wound up. It was a blessing in disguise because he's 10 times better than Alex was, and makes my life a lot less stressful. With Alex, I was doing most of the work. This is Prime Nutrition, and so Prime Nutrition is the only company that we didn't do the way we did the other ones, and coincidentally, this is the only company that didn't kick ass. So Prime Nutrition, we ran through distribution. Mm-hmm. So we did it the old-fashioned way of, you pay all these distribution centers to distribute the products for you, but you give them just dirt cheap prices, and then they go and they make the money on it, but they are dealing with 400 other brands that are selling the same shit as you. So it really comes down to how much marketing you're gonna do, how much money that you're gonna spend in it, and they're the ones that make the money, and they're the ones that get behind it. So at the end of this year, I had been fighting for a year to pull out of distribution, so we're finally taking this company and we're gonna bring it and do it the way that we did the other ones. And we have a very good relationship with bodybuilding.com. We were nominated for Best New Brand, we were nominated for Best Product, and we are now in the top 40 most popular brands on there. I think this year we'll probably crack the top 20. And that is telling of how good the products are, but outside of that, the company just didn't do what I wanted it to do. And I went out and I brought in all of these big name girls and stuff like that. And for these other companies to be kicking ass, with just me, really, and Aaron as the faces, that tells you, there's something that's going on with that business model. So everything is much different when you go through distribution. Everything has to be shipped in cases like this. We do, some direct to consumer stuff. It's a much smaller level. But my dad, when we brought my dad down, I just had this young kid working for me, and things were starting to get crazy, and we needed a lot of help. And my dad came and just totally took over and organized everything and separated everything into the groups, and now he's the head of all of the company's shipping departments now. And this, the last stop on the tour, this is something I'm super proud of. This is Celestial Bodiez, and what's so awesome about this is Celestial Bodiez. When Celeste, told me her idea, the way it worked out was I was like really wanting her to marry me and retire from wrestling, and there's no possible way that you could be married to somebody that's wrestling unless you wrestle too, because they're on the road 300 days a year. So it's either you're only going to see your partner 65 days a year, which sucks, or you can be wrestler too, which I was not, which is why most of them actually only date each other. And I was like, I don't want to force you into anything, but I believe you have all this talent and you can do some really great stuff, and we can have a really awesome life. And she was like, well, I will never be like a stay-at-home wife. Like, I don't care how much money you make. Like, I'm not impressed with that. Like, I have to be an equal like contributor. And I was like, well, I'll support anything that you want to do. And she was like, well, I have this idea of this clothing line. And when she told it to me, I was like, man, that's a really awesome idea. Like, no one's doing anything like that. And she had showed me how her pants, like how the seamstresses did that to make her pants look better. So we took the pants to CJ, who makes like all the like top bikini girl suits, and made a prototype for us. And like when Celeste put them on, I was like, oh my god, those look so good. And that's how it all started. So when we started this company, it was the same thing as Blackstone Labs. Like, I set the LLC up the same way for her, where she'd be doing direct to consumer, and we had an extra room in our house where she started, and it got to the point where it was like too much stuff to even fit it in the room, just like Blackstone Labs. And eventually she had to move out and move in here, and now we can't fit in here anymore. And so in the new warehouse, she's gonna have her own office and a big setup. Mm-hmm. And it's really awesome to watch like the progress of the company, because it's going like side by side exactly the way that Blackstone Labs did. So it's really neat for me. I'm 4 years from the beginning of Blackstone Labs. She's only a year in for Celestial Bodiez, to sort of watch it and kind of see, I've let her know like where like the hard parts are going to be, and like when things are going to be really stressful, and it's all happened like kind of as I predicted to her. But the good stuff has happened the same way too. So it's been really awesome. I take like a lot of like pride in this one, because I was so supportive of the idea and how I believed in that business philosophy and going direct to your consumer. And that's what we've done. So what I'll do now is grab a box. I got boxes over here. So where do you want to start? I'm sorry. We'll start over here in Prime, I guess. You're going to probably wind up using a lot more of the Prime products. One thing that's cool about Prime is we make all these commodities, and you can actually kind of make your own. So like you can mix the ingredients together and kind of come up with your own style pre-workout. So you can kind of like play around with your own dosages. With a lot of people really like doing that. Some people like don't want caffeine, so they buy the different ingredients, mix them together without it. Some people buy caffeine products that are strong with the caffeine but don't have all the pump stuff, so you can add that in. That's the tour, and now you'll be set with products for a while.
Thank you so much.
And we'll bring you home so you can do your photo shoot.
Yay!
So.
Thank you.
And then as soon as she got back, she got her makeup done by our girl Whitney, and Black Bombshell. She does all of, every time we need my makeup done, she does it, and she does all of our shoots and all of our girls. She's amazing. And your makeup turned out gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. into it and started shooting.
Right.
And you're such a natural. And Justin Price is our guy. He shoots all of our product shoots, but he also does just like our sexy stuff. And so he got a ton of amazing stuff of her in the bodysuits. And I'm super excited. Those will be ready in a few days. They'll be up on the site, and she looks sick. So I'm so excited. And then we got a ton of like cool looks. Wore some roller skates today.
Yeah. And I didn't fall.
She didn't fall. It was like, there was one time where I was like, oh, I thought it was gonna happen. It was challenging because we always have to have the white backdrop to get the product photos. And she was like in roller skates, like, but she did it, and it was awesome. And then we did a lot of different looks, actually. We did some stuff on a bicycle. We shot the new Heyday shoes. We're still waiting on 2 of the straps because we're waiting on pink straps and the turquoise straps. I have the urban camo ones on it right now, but we got images of that, bodysuit, and then just some really sexy stuff of her. We are actually going to train right now, but because we've been shooting all day and it's been a long day, I don't know like how intense it's gonna be, but she's game, so we're gonna train legs. Is there anything else that you want to add about your experience?
It's been really amazing. I was really nervous coming into it, but Celeste and PJ were really welcoming and very hospitable, so I felt comfortable right away. It's just been like beyond amazing. It exceeded all my expectations. From arriving, flying first class, and being picked up in the Ferrari, to staying at a beaueful guest house.
She's been like basking in the sun too. And she's from New York, or she's living in New York right now. So like, I went into the guest house and I was like, it's really hot. I was like, is it too hot in here for you? And she's like, no.
It's wonderful.
She loves it. So,
and Justin Price was amazing. My first professional photo shoot, I was nervous.
Is this your first ever photo shoot?
Yeah.
Oh my god, you did so good. I couldn't even tell that you were nervous either. You did really good.
He made me feel comfortable, and I saw some of the images. He did an awesome job. just everything was amazing. Thank you.
Yay!
Thank you.
I'm so happy. I'm just so happy that you were the one that won and that today was so successful. And it's not over. We're gonna train, we're gonna go clean ourselves up, and then we're gonna go eat a victorious dinner.
Yes. Oh, and thank you for anyone and everyone who voted for me.
Yes, thank you guys.
Thank you so much.
You're gonna be very happy that you voted for her when you see the pictures. So for myself and for the gorgeous Amanda, we will see you next time. Peace out, bye. Wait. I always do my double gun sign out. I did PJ's sign out.
You think this is your time?